Well, what's good, Femi Smiles? So a week ago, exactly, I tore my Achilles. So my Achilles ruptured when I was playing basketball, and it was extremely painful. And I'm not sure if you've ever seen anyone rupture their Achilles, but when I was playing, it felt like someone had kicked me on the back of my ankle. And I looked around to see who did it. And I was like, "Did you kick me?" And the guy's like, "No, no, 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 I didn't kick you." And I was like, "Oh," because my brother has suffered the same thing, so I kind of knew what thought I knew what was going on. And that was the start, and that was last week. So after that, I struggled home because I was with my son, and then I went to the hospital. So first things they did is they put it in a makeshift cast because it was A&E. It was like late, very late, and took X-ray, and they showed me like, yeah, your Achilles is ruptured. Obviously, this is all in Japanese. Tried to give me some crutches and said I couldn't put any weight on it, and I could not. I have like a problem with my hip, so I could not use it. I couldn't use the crutches, so I went home without crutches, which was a big mistake. Since my leg was set, I couldn't use my left leg, so I struggled to get up. But then this was one I could take off, so I took it off and had a shower. Next day went back to a rehabilitation centre. So I opted for non-surgical route because so you can heal basically the same amount of time without surgery. The cases for re-rupture are here and there, but if I can avoid surgery, I'd probably not, and avoid the complications that happen with that. And they put me in a real cast, so I've got a real cast on my leg now. They gave me lessons on how to use the crutches, and I said I could put a little bit of weight on it. I've been using that to get around for the past week. It's been tough, let me say that. It's been a humbling experience. Cancelled one of my lessons because I had to go to the clinic. But apart from that, I've been working, and travelling to work is quite hectic. Getting to the station and walking along all the platforms, going up the elevators and stairs, and yeah, it's been hard. But got used to it now. But definitely a humbling experience. I'm so grateful for when I'm able to walk again, and I'll never take walking for granted. That's how I feel now. On Monday, I had a tattoo appointment booked, and it's quite a long walk. And because tattoo appointments are important, it's a tattoo for my daughter. Well, for my daughter. I actually honoured it, and I didn't think I'd be able to make it, but I was, and I went and got that, and I sat for a couple of hours for a tattoo I got on my forearm as well, so that was a struggle. And on the first day I walked upstairs. I said I was pretty scared of walking upstairs, but I did that to kind of like, get it over and done with, and then okay, I can go upstairs. And luckily I had yesterday off work. Just by chance, I was able to rest up yesterday, and today I can rest up as well. So I have to keep my feet elevated. Well, they're elevated now, which is why I'm sitting at this angle. Yeah, washing my feet has been a thing because can't get your cast wet. So I've been bandaging it up or putting it in a bag and wrapping it in a towel and lifting it up to make sure it doesn't get wet. All sorts of fun things you have to deal with. So yeah, that's what's happened. So this is week 1 of recovery. Week 1 done. I'm going to the clinic again tomorrow. You can see my crutches are here. So use 2 of these to get around, and these are like the hugest set of crutches anyone's ever seen, set to the maximum height, and yeah, they're taller than most of my students, about the same height as my wife. So yeah, gonna say, yeah, doctors were like, surprisingly everything was in Japanese, so completely. Usually some doctors try and speak to me in English a little bit, but this is 100% Japanese, and luckily I understood what they were talking about. We said I should be in the cast for 3 weeks, so let's hope so. Okay, 'cause I need to get back into the game of walking. So I'm going to try and film some I'm still been editing a little bit. Obviously it's taken me a long time just to move around, like an extra hour to do anything. So 2 hours to get to work, 2 hours to get back from work, so my free time is cut down, or my editing time is cut down, so but I'm trying to get back into it. So yeah, so I'll be doing like a weekly update on the healing process in this instance. Yeah, if there's any any questions you have about medical care based on this in Japan, then let me know. 'Cause yeah, that's where I'm at. When I was in the medical center, I couldn't really move, and they pushed me around in a wheelchair a lot. That was the first experience. It'd be humbling, taking my feet for granted. So when I come back, I'm gonna try and rebuild myself so well. Flexibility, mobility, and just maybe give up the high impact activities for a while, or work myself up into it. Because when I was playing basketball, not to brag, but I was playing well, like I was on fire. I haven't played for a long time, so I thought I'd be very rusty, but got all those skills. And it was the last 2 minutes, like literally the last 2 minutes of the the little play, that I just felt that pain, And yeah, but obviously it's not a good thing, but I can see a lot of good coming out of it. I feel like a better person now because, you know, taking everything for granted, thinking that I'm Superman when I am not. So it's a way to wake up call. Alright, anyway, job. So yeah, usually I do videos about life in Japan, but this is what my life is in Japan right now. Anyway, let me go and enjoy the rest of Father's Day. Take care.
When you were playing basketball too hard.
Yeah.